Thank you to all three directors who participated and brought those personal stories and remembrances and words of honor and kindness here today. I think it's very important that I know the other directors who couldn't be with us today because of the short notice of this commemoration expressed their appreciation to all of you and all of the workers in Ohio who have labored and those we've lost in the last year. With that, we thought of a number of ways to commemorate these workers. We thought about flashing pictures and telling a couple personal stories, but rather than select any one injured worker or any handful of workers to honor, we thought we'd honor them all, at least in spirit, through a reading of their names and a time of personal reflection for all of us. And at this time, I'm going to ask two ladies to come up and do a reading of the names. I would ask you to be in a silent and prayerful time during the reading. Upon the end of the reading, we'll have a moment of silence. You'll then hear a bell chime commemorating those who have been lost. And we'll exit together the auditorium today in silence and gather for a time of fellowship outside the hall. So with that, I'm honored today that Shirley Hubbert, a BWC Account Examiner 2 and the OCSEA Assembly Vice President, as well as Tina Kilemeyer, the Chief of our BWC Field Operations, who are going to come forward and read these names.
Vernon Akins,
Pearl Alexander,
John Allen,
Dwayne Anderson,
Dana Ashcroft,
Joseph Olay,
James Balder,
Jonathan Bastock,
Scott Beatty,
Glenn Beebe,
Bradley Buehrer,
Alex Levin,
Tamara Boyerstock,
Thomas Booth,
Nathan Barhart,
Janice Buderwald,
Michael Carpenter,
Ken Chan,
Brent Christie,
Dennis Siaka,
Robert Coles,
Frederick Connellan,
Joseph,
Anthony Costello,
Darren Cosby,
Lawrence Cunningham,
David Cupp,
Andrew Dill,
Sean Dixon,
Joseph Dixon,
Craig Dunn,
Cheon Dong,
Gary Douglas,
Elizabeth Duffy Parker,
Brian Doyle,
Andrew Dunn,
Harold Eastwood,
Shirley Eggert,
Robert Elkins,
Joel Elksroth,
Mark Estelle,
Kevin Farker,
James Farker,
Terry Garrison,
Travis Gilbertson,
Jeffrey Gillespie,
Guy Goodman,
Robert Goodwin,
Daniel Goodman,
Larry Grace,
Foster Grace,
Brian Green,
Jason Gordock,
Robert Gully,
Charles Hamilton,
David Hamrick,
Omar Harris,
Richard Parak,
Elizabeth Hartman,
Thomas Hayes,
Jim Hayes,
Anthony Heinzen,
John Herman,
Steve Harold,
again Hershey,
Charles Hobbs,
Suzanne Hopper,
Raymond Houle,
Rick Howell,
Kevin Hughes,
Sheila Jensen,
Charles Jones,
Nathan Kern,
William Kengry,
Eric Kirbright,
Corey Kirkpatrick,
Ronald Kaiser,
Keith LaFontaine,
Charles Landers,
Lamont Lehman,
David Lightfoot,
Philip Linden,
Salvador Losavin,
Paul Lucius,
David McCurdy,
Craig Moskovic,
Kevin Maga,
Mark Mahagati,
William McGinnis,
Erla Merriman,
James Meyer,
Garner Miller,
Ronald Mahala,
Pedro Manjares,
Frank Mullins,
Donald Murphy,
George Mustard,
Donnelly Nicastro,
Robert Allman,
Thomas Otto,
Frank Pauser,
Janine Parker,
Eddie Peterson,
Douglas Patterson,
David Fitz,
Sherry Pettit,
Kirk Robunskiewicz,
Ralph Prather,
James Ronan,
Randy Rosinski,
Richard Siddle,
Myra Ruby Combs,
Eldon Schreck,
James Schuler,
James Shear,
Ryan Seitz,
Jason Scott,
Danny Shotwell,
Arthur Smith,
Dale Smith,
Antonio Smith,
Jimmy Smith,
Odon Sosselin,
Raymond Smith,
Gerald Steindorf,
Daniel Stiles,
Henry Stoop,
Rick Strominger,
Jeremy Tate,
Ronald Studer,
David Thornton,
Aaron Thompson,
Eric Water,
Michael Tucker,
Scott Westmore,
Angel Wells,
Margarita White,
Carol Westman,
Jonathan Williams,
Walter White,
Danny Wolf,
Terry Williams,
James Zaidice,
and Anthony Wright.